our co-host, Viviane Heller. Hello, Viviane. Welcome.
Hi, John.
Oh, I
Hi.
forgot the woo. It's
Oh,
Viviane.
I was waiting for it. It's like, hi, John. Hi, everyone. Lovely to be here.
Fabulous. And we have special guest, Sonia. Sonia, sorry, I just made us like different heights.
Yeah, I was like, what happened?
Yeah,
I'm,
I just
I'm
zoomed us
smaller.
in a bit. We'll come down to the level. There we go.
Okay.
Well,
So
now I have.
welcome, Sonia. It's lovely to have you on here.
Thank you. I'm very happy and excited to be here.
Fabulous. And I know you from my training courses and sessions, but it would be lovely if you'd like to introduce yourself, Sonia.
Hi, my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm a spiritual psychotherapist, an author, and an energy healer. And I had my spiritual awakening fully with my consent in 2023. And I've been on this journey, excuse me, for the last couple of years. And it's been very joyous and happy. So I'm very excited to be here.
Wow. That is like the most concise, perfect introduction. Fabulous. Thank you. And it's amazing how that's so fast. You said 2023.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I feel grateful for 2017. It's like I felt
Mhm.
that was fast, like a nice slow start.
Well, Spirit had tried a couple of times to kind of like give me a little, like maybe it's time. And I was like, well, maybe it's not time. And so then I would just kind of, tell them to leave me alone.
Oh, that's good. I like that, and it's powerful, right? There's nothing stronger than our free will, so it's lovely to hear that.
Mhm.
And also fills my heart with hope for all of us, as so many of us are going through quicker and quicker awakenings, that
Mhm.
we're not just going to derail ourselves as a human race, that we can actually cope. So it's inspiring to see.
Yes. Um, I would like to say something before we start. I just want to thank Sandy for her comment. Sandy saying, hi, I wanted to come on and say a huge thank you to John and Viviane. I feel a big difference since my healing, and I'm working on my root and heart chakras. Thank you so much, Sandy, sending you love. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Sandy. That's so lovely.
Hmm.
Beautiful. Well, today, as always, please do put your requests in capitals. Hello to everyone, and hello to all 64 of you across our YouTube channels. And before I forget, I'm sure I won't. I'll try and remember multiple times throughout the day. I put Sonia Ross's details in the description, and we'll also copy and paste them into the live chat as well as we go.
Hmm.
So today, put your requests in capitals, and we'll randomly pick these. If there is a request that you're making on behalf of some other being, including a loved one or family member, please do ask their permission before you make the request. And excited to support everyone today as best we can. Know that also the request that you make, we use StreamYard as some software in the background, so we're always keeping a track. We're always watching on your requests. So know that we've got a good handle on those, right back to just before the live stream started. So you don't need to put them in multiple times. Even if YouTube hides them, they're still visible to us. Okay, that's the housekeeping. We'll go ahead and I'll create us a safe space, and we will get started with your requests. So if you'd like to join me, please take a deep breath in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out what no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves you, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly as it feels right for you. Focus your attention now on the very center of your heart, where your golden divine spark of your soul enters your human form. And from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head. and reach up into the sky and up into the stars, all the way up through the highest frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there, connecting your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Feeling into that oneness, unity, and unconditional love. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down to the stars and sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, this time, from the center of your heart, as you allow your heart to gently soften and open within the safe spaces you create around it, extend a cord of light downwards now, down through the base of your spine and deep into the earth, all the way down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. We send Mother Gaia so much love at this time. Allow her to send her love back. Remain connected into Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the roots of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with light of source above, Mother Gaia below in your own light, expand out your golden bubble of protective light to surround you, about 2 meters out to each side, surrounding every aspect of you, above and below you, in front and behind. And set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, with your highest good, love and compassion, can see you, access you, or exist within this space or within you. And that all other energies and entities must leave immediately into your safe space, inviting your spirit guides, your higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. And ask at this time for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and assistance with the integration of today's session. And please, if you choose to, place your hand on your heart and remind your heart of the strong boundary you've created around yourself now. And if it feels safe to do so, say to your heart, heart, it's safe to open. Heart, it's safe to open. Heart, it's safe to open. And through space and time now, I create a golden protective bubble around all of us in the live stream and in the replay across our YouTube channels. And I set the intention for this session space that only energies and entities with the permission of Viviane, Sonia, and I, and the highest good love and compassion of all, can see us, access us, or exist in this live stream space and replay or within us, and that all other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into this safe space, inviting in for Sonia, Viviane, and I, our spirit guides, our higher selves. I invite in Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. Also, last but not least, Archangel Metatron, and any other beings that Sonia and Viviane choose to invite in by name. And we ask today for their assistance with your requests of quantum, psychic, Akashic, readings, clearings, healings, and much more. And with that, we can get started with your requests. Thank you so much. And I did mute Sonia and Viviane, so feel free to unmute yourselves. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Jinx. Who will choose first, Viviane?
I believe it's I'll choose today. I think the Monday when we had MJ. Okay, so I'm just selecting a couple more that came through.
Great. Yeah, I think I'm maybe just slightly ahead.
Mm-hmm.
See, I slowed you down by talking at you to slow you down. Oh no, you're ahead of me now.
I'm just moving up to the screen. I think we're almost there. Just there's a couple
Wow,
more.
so many requests. We haven't even started.
Mhm.
It's forward to
Yeah,
you plus.
lovely. And just a reminder, please post your requests in caps. And again, lovely to see you all here. Wonderful. We have just a couple more to add, and then I'll select our first of the day.
Right.
Okay. And I want to say hello, Linda Swanch is from New Zealand. Lovely to see you here. Okay, we got everyone. So I'm gonna close my eyes and select our first request of the day.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're just going to say it's Rachel H. Our first request for today. Rachel, please say hi in the chat. We want to make sure you're here. You're asking for clearing and a reading.
And I love these short requests.
Yeah.
It's lovely. Yeah, let us know, Rachel, if you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Rachel's here. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
That's a great name. That's my daughter's name.
Yay. Yeah, I love that name. I don't know if my daughter knows this, but that was my first choice of her name. She's not called Rachel.
I think your daughter's name is beautiful. I
Oh,
remember I mentioned her name before.
her name's Kira.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And would either of you like to do the reading or clearing or?
I'll do the clearing, but
Okay,
just for the
I'll go with the reading. Just asking Rachel and your guides step forwards to Sonia, Viviane, and I. I'm happy to go first, but up to you guys. One of you want to go first?
I'm still connecting. For some reason, connecting with her energy is making me feel very thirsty. So I keep hearing water, needs water. So,
Well, it could be me as well. I need a
yeah.
lot more words.
Mhm.
What I was shown. Wow, I'm just feeling that on my temples now. What I was shown for you, Rachel, is your guide was like drawing this kind of golden area across the top of your crown chakra, and it's like, oh, cool, what's this? And your guide was saying, Rachel, you're almost like trying to solve all the world's problems all at the same time. And so your guide said, just take like the top things that feel the most important. And so these are kind of like, if you have a to-do list, they're like the things at the top. Take those as like a slice of the things you want to focus on, and just pick one and just let the others go. Your guide was saying, and if you have an actual list, like I often write quite long to-do lists, is just to pick the first one and then almost like you cut the page, right? You just say, and all the others just have to wait right now. I just need to focus on one thing. And your guide says you don't need to solve every single problem. There's always going to be one thing to focus on. And it's okay to just choose one at a time and work through them. And you'd be amazed that even the seemingly important ones you're realizing some of those hard choices you make about choosing the next, just allow them to dissipate. What I'd add to your guide's message, so this is Jon's message, is I'd also encourage you to engage with your heart. Like, ask your heart, like, does this really feel important for me to focus on? And I just place my hand on my heart and ask that question. You saw my video on Monday making business decisions with my heart, which is a very vulnerable video to make. Like, that's a lovely way of, practicing as well. You just place your hand on your heart and ask your heart about, is it a yes or no? You're like, do I enjoy this? And is that a happy feeling, or I'm not so sure? Is that a lower feeling, more fearful, or lower vibration feeling? How did you guys get?
I saw something. I was pulled to her solar plexus. I saw a tower like of books, and going along a little bit of what you said, it was almost like she wanted to tackle all those different books and read all of them, but it was like a tower this high. So then I saw her selecting 3 or 4 of them and putting aside, and to focus on that, to be selective and make them a priority. Think of priorities. And I also heard make yourself a priority. So it has something to do about that, trying to tackle too much at once. And so, yes, but and overall, her energy felt good.
Yes, her energy felt good for me too. I was drawn to her crown, and I cleared a little something from there. And I was getting also that it was like worry, and that, there was some worry there. And then as I brought the light down and I went into her throat chakra, I felt like there was some congestion there, and that maybe there was some blockages with her, like speaking up and using her voice. And I kind of felt like sometimes she goes like this when she has something to say, but she really can't like bring it forth to say. And so I did some clearing around that as well.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm just going to share a couple of your links.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell I'm really good at multitasking. It's like to the other. But if Rachel hasn't already, please do let us know. And
in the meantime, I'm checking to see if we got any more requests.
Wonderful. And yeah, you can visit Sonia at fullcircletherapyservices.com.
Wonderful.
Thank
Great.
you.
So a pleasure. And I'll get your YouTube link working as well. Let me just test it. There's nothing like being thorough. Yay, it works. I'll just put that in as well. And then it must be my turn to choose the next request.
Yes.
And MJ was saying how much she enjoyed Monday. So she said, I can't believe it just went by so fast, that hour.
Oh, yeah, it did.
So that would be lovely. So there's the link for Sonia's YouTube channel. Of course, do let us know if any of the links don't work. Beep. Beep, beep. Choosing your next request, complete with my amazing effects. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Oh wow! This is not just because Sandy gave us such a lovely message from last time. Thank you, Sandy. Let us know if you're still here, Sandy. You're asking for healing for your mum. She has, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, ischemic stroke.
Okay.
I'm not sorry to hear that. I've not come across that before. And we could start with, and thank you for asking for her permission. You say we're here. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we could all do a scan first and then just share what we find before we
Mm-hmm.
go in and take a look. Sorry, before we go in and take action. And if you could put, if you don't mind sharing your mum's name, Sandy, that'd be really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's up to you. If you don't want to, it's fine, but it would help. It is helpful that you're sat next to each other. I'm just inviting Sandy and her mum forwards. Your guides. I was just being shown, first of all, for Sandy's mum by her guide, was giving me like an illustration of showing what seems to be like a concentration of recovery that's happening towards the center of the brain and crown chakra. And then they were zooming in and saying, you know, this recovery is about allowing all the neural pathways to become more in flow state. And it's that, you know, those feelings of like brain fog and sometimes frustration energy that she has is like will just more like start to ease as that flow continues. And I was also shown the effect that it's had throughout the spine, the spinal column, and this asked to like for us to help drain the energy like downwards. So this feels like any it's almost like a kind of scarring, a scar-like energy that needs to be released down through the spine and out through the root chakra. What did you guys pick up?
I'm seeing arrows pointing to her head, surrounding her head and pointing to her head. About 8 of them.
I saw that it was like close to the center, very centered, but then more to the right side. And I saw that some of the vessels looked like bruised and some of them looked dark, like they had like they looked a little black, like they had collapsed a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. It makes sense. And I think if I'm reading that correctly, Sandy, you're saying your mother's name is pronounced Fu Mei? Fu Mei?
I'm seeing something else. It's a very. They're showing me a close-up area, close to a nerve. There is a black spot, and I'm trying to see where it is because I really see the close-up. I need to zoom out.
Okay. And yes, Sandy was just asking about the arrows. The arrows are just guiding Viviane. They're not. They don't really exist. So it's just an illustration. Yeah, and Sandy says the right side of her right side is affected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On her right side, I see that's where this little this black spot is.
My suggestion is that the three of us work on the three areas that we found. So I would just I'll keep out to the brain and just focus on releasing energy from beneath it.
Mm-hmm.
And we can just be conscious of each other's work because we should be able to see each other in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll come back at the end and just see how we're all doing. Let's be done with the releasing. I'll check again once you guys have finished this one. So thank you for everyone's requests. Please do keep them coming in all capitals. And just ask while we're working on others that other people don't try to help because it's already a lot with the three of us in there as well.
Yeah, Archangel Michael touched with the light sword on that spot, and as I got closer, it was a very dark red, and when he touched it with the light sword, he had this cooling effect on it, and then it just became lighter and lighter until it was white, like white light, and then he cleared stagnant energy off her body.
I mainly just focused on her brain, and I brought
Mm-hmm.
down the source light and the vessels that looked like dark and collapsed. And I brought the source light in, it was rejuvenated. And then she had the blood vessels that looked bruised. It was about three in my vision. And then brought the source light down and also did a clearing, asked Archangel Michael to take it away. And I noticed that they did seem rejuvenated. And then I asked Archangel Raphael to come in and bring healing to that area as well. So it did look better after that. And also, I felt like the blood vessels that were, or what I'm seeing as vessels, were kind of going towards the right eye. So I don't know if there's some type of issue behind the eye, but I can check and see if maybe that needs some clearing and healing as well.
Yeah, like the one I saw was below. It's kind of like around this area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's shown that after the stroke, the effect of the stroke is it kind of causes this almost like a traffic jam in energy flow. And this, because I was scanning across the nervous system, and it's it feels like lovely advice anytime for those that have suffered a stroke to consider having some sort of reflexology or Reiki or acupuncture, something that would help them, or service from like us that we provide. Quantum energy healing is just like work, allowing and encouraging the energy to flow once more and removing those blockages. Because it seems the reason I use the word traffic jam is because it's like these little blockages cause a lot of frustration energy to then back up. So it's just like when you race to a traffic jam, you're like, oh, why am I waiting here? And it's that feeling, kind of everything starts to back up. Yeah, Sandy says, I think there is an issue with her right eye. Ume's eye.
As I looked into it a little bit closer, I saw that there may be some like nerve damage back there, and I was just asking Archangel Michael to clear that away and asking Archangel Raphael to please bring his healing energy in.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the nerves are looking a little bit better.
Great. Sandy says she was going to an acupuncturist, but she quit because she felt frustrated.
And with holistic modalities, you have to be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Warrior Widow Warrior Widow Nadia says Sonia is amazing.
Thank you, Nadia.
And you're right, she is.
Wonderful. So it's my turn now to select another request.
That's
And
right.
thank you, Sonia. Okay, make sure.
Thank you, Sandy and Fume. Thank you for 100 in the live. That's so cool. 59 requests.
Okay, Judith. Judith Albay, you were asking for a scan. Would you please let us know if you're here?
You know, we're going to encourage shorter and shorter requests. They'll just be like one letter soon. I wonder what the letter means.
Yeah, always focus. You know, focus the energy.
Yes, Judith's here even before I can ask. Fantastic. Thank you, Judith.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, Judith, you have asked for a scan, so technically we only have permission to just take a look. So please say yes if you would like, I'm guessing, a healing and or clearing. If you ask for healing, then it's kind of really everything. It trumps all. So if you do want that, please just say yes in the chat. We can start with the scan.
Yes. She's saying yes, by the way.
Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Viviane. I'm seeing Judith in a really defensive position. She's got these big angel wings, and she's like held them out in front of her. It reminds me of there's some Marvel character that does this, right? And I can't remember their name, Eagle or something. I don't really know. But
Falcon.
Sorry,
Falcon.
Falcon. Great. Great name as well. And if my screen was wide enough, maybe I don't know if this. No, that doesn't do it. It's actually really makes me feel dizzy. But imagining that I just saw your wings, they're blackened wings, and you've got them up almost entirely covering you, Judith, and then they're just open at the front. And I said, I just asked your guide, it's like, why are you doing this, Judith? And your guide said, oh, look at Judith's heart. So connected with your heart, and it's just like, boom, it's like this beautiful big heart. And so I can see you've got a really fabulous, loving heart, and yet there's a strong defense built up, and the blackened wings feels like it's scorched, like it's scorch marks against energy projected against you. I just wanted to share that before I go any further. What have you guys found so far?
I was pulled to look into her, the energy between, it was space between her heart and her solar plexus. I just want to say quick hi to Chloe too, just stop by.
Hey, Chloe. Thank you for coming.
When I looked at her crown, I looked kind of like it had like little yellow thorns. So I'm trying to see like what that means.
And she is relaxing her defensive now, protective wings.
Because I thought when I looked at the thorns in her crown, I thought that also was defensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see they're nice and bright. I'm just talking to Judith's higher self, and our higher self is saying, my origins, my soul origins are of dragon and angel. So these, I did feel that like you have these lower, it's not fair to say lower, broader frequency range than just angels are capable of for your wings. And the crown, what is the purpose of this? Your higher self says, Judith, that the what Sonia's describing around your crown is for it's almost like you said, for your higher self said, for strength and focus. So it feels like very much warrior mode. Like when you're in warrior mode, it's like you bring down this crown. It's like a thorned halo you bring down. It seems to really focus your mind and also your crown chakra.
That's what it looked like to me too, like a crown of thorns.
Yeah, I saw that.
And there's not a right or wrong, just that these are superpowers. These are soul abilities that you brought into this life. And it does feel that you activate this directly through your heart. So it feels very much like a warrior mode activate. You're placing your hand on your heart and saying, you even say those words like warrior activation.
But when I was looking at it, I was wondering if I should do anything with it. And I asked, would she like this removed? And I received a yes. So I think I would interpret that as maybe what helped her in the past. She no longer needs it with the intensity that she has it. And then maybe it's okay for her to transition into something that's a little bit more compatible between her head and her heart, like being more in alignment.
Yeah, she can definitely, from what I was shown, she can release it, like pull it, like allow it to ease off. And it, as you're describing, Sonia, or hinting at, like that, suggesting that it does feel that as you lift it, it's almost like it becomes a halo, like it just becomes, it lifts, and it's more of a how to describe it, like supporting the connection between her and her guides. So it becomes more supportive and passive. It's only when she brings it down and when she's feeling more fearful and in defense that it can come back down to help her. But yeah, I absolutely agree. This feels like almost like she's been like that for most of her life, or at least since she was a child. And Judith, you can also, if you're not already, practice your strong boundaries that really help you stop going into this defensive mode when it's not always for your highest good. It's not always the best thing to put up your wings of protection. As they do shut out, they're very much like castle walls. They block out really anything that doesn't have your laser focus at that time.
I did clear the energy between her heart and solar plexus area, and strengthen that connection between the heart and the solar plexus.
Beautiful.
And I just brought down the light from source, and I kind of did like a swirling motion around the thorns, and it kind of reshaped the halo, and I lifted it up a bit because I didn't feel like it was appropriate to take it away or remove it. And so when I did that, I saw that there was, it kind of got smoothed out, and it was like a ring that was kind of just hovering just above her head.
Beautiful. yeah, your soul's definitely learned and earned these superpowers, and I feel, and this is true for so many of us, that you're also trying to learn how to use them in the human context, and it's really common for us to see like one of two extreme reactions. One is like ultra defensive, because like, what? What am I doing here on Earth? Or the other way around, like, oh, I didn't know I had that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, and Judith was just saying, at some point when we were talking, spot on. Thank you for confirming, Judith, just a minute ago.
And thank you for posting the meditation. You just posted it was a boundaries meditation channel there for which.
I just want to say one last thing about Judith. That when I was tuning into that energy of the crown, and John's comment kind of brought it back to me. I feel like the crown, it was kind of like protecting her mind, but it's also protecting. But she may not lead. Kind of to John's point, she may not need that level of defense anymore. Like it can be more balanced.
Wonderful.
Okay. Nice.
And Sarah was saying,
Mm.
Sarah, yes, Sarah was just saying, Gina M, I'm going to make a point to book time with Jon in person while I'm there. What a great honor that would be. Fabulous. Yeah, please do. Just feel free to book me. And whilst that's, I think I currently have dates in February, just email me, because in particular for in person, I can just see if there's a way that I can do it in person, because they're much rarer now. So but that would be lovely to meet you. And Judith said, I feel like fighting less. Oh, that's beautiful. And yeah, you're the cool thing about us humans, right, is that we can create around our auric fields on the outer boundaries of ourselves these golden protective bubbles, just like I did at the start of today's session. And that's the meditation for boundaries that I posted in as well. So that'll take the burden off your own superpowers and their highly effective protection, and also the burden from your heart, Judith, as well. Great.
Wonderful. That's your turn, John.
My turn.
I remember calling Judith. Judith's name. But I spaced for a little bit. So I was trying to remember.
Great. A little music.
Mm-hmm.
And the next request.
And I'm going to post Sonia's link, channel, YouTube channel's link. In the meantime.
Thank you for your request. All 67 and 100 of you in the live stream. Thank you so much. Rainbow Song. Let us know if you hear Rainbow Song. I just have this thing where I always want to hear to the chorus. Maybe it's because I want to remember the song.
Yes, nice song.
Thank you, Chloe, for your kind words. Chloe's live tomorrow, right? So
yes.
Please do click on Chloe's image and head along to Chloe the Elven Mage at Mystic Hearts on YouTube. Live stream. It'll be running around the same time tomorrow.
Yeah, and Rainbow Song is here.
Yay, thank you, Rainbow Song.
Sip, sip, so water. Sip, sip, everyone. Okay. Healing for fatigue.
I haven't started yet. I was just sharing Chloe's live.
Thank you, Jon.
I was drawn to immediately to the solar plexus and something like significantly draining energy from the solar plexus. Pulling, it seems to be pulling down. It's like attached into the solar plexus, and like I just see it like kind of almost fading out of the lights, like this energy just being constantly pulled out and siphoned. Sorry for that sounding really creepy.
Yeah,
I haven't looked into the anxiety.
feels a little dizzy in that area, the solar plexus. I was also called to the heart, and I kept hearing from the heart, enough is enough, from being, giving, related to giving your energy away and your power away, and just.
Yeah, I was receiving that the fatigue is ancestral, and like there may have been many people in her bloodline who carried this. Because when I asked her guys to come forward, I saw like a grandmother figure coming in.
Mm-hmm.
This may just be a guide, or it could be someone from her lineage. But she looks like more indigenous, and she has on more. I don't know what the correct word is for the clothing of that time. That's what made me think it was more like an ancestral, like it's like there's a long lineage of people in her family being drained, maybe possibly even the women.
Thank you both.
I see her heart being pulled from different directions and just overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm seeing that as well. And then she's fighting with herself because she knows she doesn't. She knows she doesn't feel well, but the anxiety is
Mm-hmm.
trying to fulfill everything that she feels that she's supposed to.
So I took a look from Rainbow Song's heart and up to higher self and up to her soul. I was talking to her ancestor that came forward to you, Sonia, and she said, we would oversimplify this as like an intergenerational curse, right? Is how many of us would perceive this experience. What I don't really subscribe to that or prescribe to that concept, but what I saw was that what your soul tribe's been trying to do, Rainbow Song, is the only way. There's a multi-soul attachment from an entity, and your souls know the only way to overcome it is for one of you to be incarnated, to be in body and in life, and to do it there, to disconnect it there. And so us helping disconnect this now can also help your ancestors, remembering that it's none of this time is really linear. It affects all of us and all our souls. We all live in the present moment. But before I'm just going to get a second opinion, because I'm just going to ask Archangel Michael about his thoughts as well, explain the tracing of this. So he's saying that once upon a time, the being that's attached to Rainbow Song's heart and soul and her ancestors is like, it started out as almost like a symbiotic connection and relationship. So it's not quite as sinister as it might sound to begin with. And that actually there was a falling out that went wrong two generations ago. And so that it's turned to be a much more negative interaction.
And I do see the fatigue and heaviness around her heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough, and it's just.
So I'm just going to work. Archangel Michael asked me to just work on her soul and the souls of her ancestors. If you guys feel free to work on the rest of her.
Okay, I'm gonna work on her heart since it was first pulled onto that area.
I'm doing a little work on the heart myself, and then I'll move on down.
Okay.
And I won't get in your way, Viviane.
No, it's all right. I didn't even start yet. Thank you.
So from your soul, rainbow song, any chords, connections, contracts, or agreements between you, your soul, family, or soul tribe, and any other beings, releasing this from your soul this time and protecting your soul with source love energy from any reattempts at reconnection. And your mission to incarnate with this burden and to bring it into this life so that you could disconnect it freely from your soul without any harm to you or your soul tribe. This is now coming to the end of its cycle, its completion cycle. And for all of your soul family members that choose to release this connection also, Archangel Michael, please assist them in their disconnections and to help seal and protect and fully release these draining connections to your soul, bringing in source love energy, and encourage you, rainbow song, to your heart, soul, and body to send love to the very areas where you were previously attached, to send love to the being or beings that were attached to you. For this love is far more powerful than anything else that you can feel towards it. And for these connections and for that entity, Archangel Michael, please take it away from Rainbow Song, her soul and family, her soul tribe, and return to Source, or to never return to them again. Okay, that's it. Removed.
I also did some work on her root chakra because when I came to it, I saw that there were some struggles there with stability and insecurity. And so I did some clearing on that and brought the source light down to kind of make it more robust and to fill it out more. And it looks a lot better. And then I grounded it into the earth. And the pathway leading to her heart, I did some clearing there, and that looks a lot clearer. And then did some clearing in her heart.
Yeah, the heart feels calm now. It's not being. I don't see the. It's feeling relieved now, calmness.
Wonderful. I did hear that your ancestors, Rainbow Song says, thank you, so much love and gratitude to all. I heard that the entity that your ancestors had engaged with, it was a kind of multi-handed or multi-tentacled being, and it was very ancient and wise. And you'd brought it forwards, your ancestor had brought it forwards to try and deal with some really challenging experiences they'd had in their lives. For example, settlers coming into the space. And so that did work for some time. It's just that there was disagreement, and let's face it, there's nothing that's divided as more of as a human race, let alone any other being, is our constant struggle with our materialism versus our connection with nature and spirituality. And we're still here. We came back. We're still at it, right? We're still bringing harmony. I'm glad this resonated with you, and hope this helps you on your journey.
Thank you. Wonderful. Feels much better. Excuse me. Just a reminder. You only need to post a request once. Who's posting caps? But once and we have it all. We have them all here. Okay, so this is my turn for our next request. And thank you, Rainbow Song. Okay. Selecting our next request.
Please put all requests in capitals
Mm-hmm.
and drink lots of water.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I almost selected Rachel again. That's why I stopped. Lotus Bloom. Okay. Let us know if you're here. Still Lotus Bloom. You. You're being busy. Okay. Just let us know if you're here. Lotus Bloom.
Um, Rainbow Song was also just asking, feeling a bit jittery, is that normal after healing? For what you've just been through, yes, I would suggest that you do get plenty of rest. Rainbow Song, drink some water. If you can, go and ground. Go out barefoot outside on the ground, even if it's stone, sand, earth, grass. And if you can't, do just take some time. You may enjoy having a nap or rest or lie down. And since we were doing work at a soul level for you, um, you may also benefit from trying out some protection meditation as well before you go to sleep. And it's not really it's not the entity that was attached to you that I was, or your soul that I was thinking of protecting against. It's more just we can often end up feeling a bit more vulnerable energetically after such work's done. So I'll just put this in the chat for my energy protection meditation.
And I know this sounds very strange, but whenever I needed to ground when I was first learning about these things, having bread would help me. Something about having bread would help me to ground myself. So I would say have something to eat that's kind of rooted and solid.
Yes.
Not strange at all, I must admit.
Yeah.
I just dive I dive into the fridge after doing work and I'm like, no, it's like I need to. I mean, but it's so effective at grounding.
Mm-hmm.
If you've spent,
Yes.
today I'll have just spent about 4 hours in this work. And but if I'm doing like 3, 4, 5 or more, I just have this. My body's like ground, eat heavy food. And so, if you have any tips, Sonia or Viviane, about the healthy grounding foods, I feel like I should draw myself to those as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't see Lotus Bloom. Did anybody see Lotus Bloom? No, I don't see her. So I'll select another request.
Rainbow Song says food is always a good idea. Well, yeah. Yes, eating does help.
So I'm going to select another request here.
Natalie Cat was asking, why does it help to bring energy back into our bodies? I would say that what it almost right is that what food has, it has its own energy, right? Whatever food you've bought, it doesn't matter what it is, where it's from, and it doesn't matter what labels you put into it. If you say like, oh, don't worry, it's vegan, like it doesn't matter. It has its own energy from the soil it was grown in, from the factory it was made in, from the farm or the animals or not that it was farmed or grown from. And when you put that into your body, that part, you're absolutely right. It like shifts your energy more towards that. So if you fill my belly with lots of heavy food, then yeah, it will bring your energy more in line with the food.
I just selected Rachel H again, so let me go back. New request. Okay,
It's proving that the universe made us absolutely want to cover those people.
Lindsay Jenkins, please say hi in the chat. You're asking for an Akashic clearing and asking about your purpose. And please
Let's
say
know,
hi.
Lindsay Jenkins.
Lindsay Jenkins. And thank you, Gina, for posting the links.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
for your help. And thank you, John, too. You posted a lot of links too. Thanks so much. Um, oh, and Lindsay is here. Thanks so much, Lindsay. So,
Thank you.
Akashic, clearing and purpose. Okay.
Um, Yvonne, if you'd like to open the Akashic Records
Mm-hmm.
already. Thank you.
And your
Um,
master, please open the Akashic records, open the Akashic records, open the Akashic records.
and I'm happy to I'll look at life purpose.
Mm-hmm.
As I tuned into her energy to try to see what was in the Akashic Records, now I typically don't spend a lot of time there, so this is basically my first time, and Archangel Metatron immediately appeared, but I felt like a band of tension around the back of my head. And so I don't know if Lindsay feels that similar band of tension, because I don't typically feel that. And Archangel Metatron has a big, large feather, and he's like writing in the book.
Yeah,
Because, I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
you first.
I was just going to say, because she asked for an Akashic clearing when I opened her records,
Mm-hmm.
I heard the word guilt, and then I started asking, what is it, this guilt about? And
Yeah.
there's something about a past life, and I heard guilt and then cheating, and they showed me a classroom setting, and it was about um, a classroom setting that people obviously taking classes in writing. So it was something about feeling guilty about cheating on a test, being deceitful when taking a test. So that's what I got so far.
Yeah, that makes sense because I didn't understand it myself because I kept on receiving that she feels terrible. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
terrible? I was like, what does she feel terrible about? I haven't been able to get to that point where I was. So what she's saying about the guilt, yeah, there's like she feels terrible, but it's from a past life. She's carrying
Yeah,
feelings of, mm-hmm.
and I keep seeing the test. It's yeah. Let me see how.
I'm listening because the
Mm.
more you share, the more mine makes sense with the life purpose. It's like my
Okay.
brain's like, wow, I think I need more information, and it's
Mhm.
coming beautifully. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm just feeling like her heart feels very burdened,
Hmm.
but it's like the heaviness that she's carrying is not from her present lifetime, but it's kind of always been with her, and she's just not
Mm-hmm.
understood what was going on,
And
why
then I
she felt.
heard, hmm yeah, then I
Mhm.
heard the word merit. Oh yeah, I did it, but it was not um, all me. It wasn't my work, my um,
Um, I'll please continue. I'll just share a little bit about the life purpose that I got. So the first thing I was shown was a storm. And these are emotional storms, and it's
Mhm.
one like raging around you, Lindsay, and it feels like that was like the what you're describing, Sonia. Is it around the back of the head?
Mhm.
And it's this feeling of And Lindsay's saying, "I'm here." Maybe your live stream's lagging a bit, Lindsay. So know that you will catch up. So what I've shown is this storm. The first message your guide is saying, "All storms pass." And in that moment, I asked, "Do they? do all storms pass?" And like, yes, even on Earth so far, like the longest running storm was about 35, 36 days. It was in 2023. And your guide said, "Jon, take a look at your solar system. What's the longest running storm?" And I was like, "Oh, it's that planet. Is it Saturn or Jupiter?" I was like, "Oh, it's Jupiter." And I don't think we really know how long it's been raging for. It's like this eye storm that constantly has been running, and they think that we might have been seeing it as early as the 1660s. And it's this feeling that, first of all, your life purpose is to help people understand that all storms pass. All storms do pass, even the one on Jupiter. And it's that feeling that when you're helping people through their storms, the first thing you do is you talk about yours. You share, "Well, I managed to get through this emotional storm." And one of the things that led me out of it was partly sometimes finding the eye of the storm where you can take a bit of a break and know that it's still around you. And then second is like working through it and finding there's always a light through that dense, dark emotion to work through, never denying it, never pretending it doesn't exist, but also knowing that eventually you'll reach the edge and eventually the storm will dissipate. And, so many people on the planet right now just feel like we're in a perpetual fight or flight, that the storm will never end, and it will end. Even the storm on Jupiter and even these multi-life storms. And that's what it felt like with that guilt that you felt from the previous life, is that it is also connected with this inability to help everyone. You can't lead everyone out of their own storms, right? But you can teach them. You can teach them how you came out of yours and how to navigate through it themselves.
And the message I received from Archangel Metatron, because after you gave your message, Jon, as you were talking, then I saw him and I heard, "It's time to turn the page," and I saw the pages of her book like flipping.
Turn a new page.
When I asked for the clearing of that energy of guilt from the records, I saw the same image where I could see the cast and she's holding the exam, and I just saw light appearing at the page, and it was spiraling around and increasing until it cleared the whole image that I saw. So it was when it was probably about the same time where you asked for the turning of the page. So that's great. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking of, as Sonia described, was it Metatron that was writing on the Akashic record as like, "Don't let him write anything." It's like, no, don't write. But it's lovely. I do trust him. That's wonderful. Well, I hope that helps you, Lindsay. Even if you're lagging a bit with the video, I'll just say thank you, Lindsay, in the chat as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Let us know in the chat. Great. My turn, is it?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, choose the next request. Please say hello in the chat if your name is called. And please do, as a reminder, just make sure you're caught up with live. I think there's a little live message you can press, right? It's the word live. Click on that and a little red dot appears next to it. Here we go. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Clayton Raleigh, let us know if you're here.
I'm going to scoot to the restroom. Be right back.
Sure.
No problem. Thank you, Sonia.
Okay, Clayton, are you here? Clayton Rowley, please say hi if you're here. And thank you all for being here and for posting your requests in caps. Just a reminder, we are here every Monday and Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And actually, I will be going live on Tuesday at 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. I will be posting. Woohoo, yes. Finally, Viviane. So yeah, and it's 11:11, so I'm looking forward to that, celebrating that day too. And Clayton is here. Thank you, Clayton. Wait, so I'll just read your request while we wait. So yes, yeah, it'll be Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time.
And it's not, is it up on your channel yet?
Not yet. No, not yet. But it'll be yes.
It'll be in the stream section. Of
Yes, and
live
I'll
section. Great.
yeah, I'll be on stream and I'll post it on my posts page, community page, and I'll remind everyone on Monday too when we have our live stream. So, and Clayton is here and he's asking, thank you for your work, support and love. Thank you. Any advice to help with the I think John high energies I'm current in whatever feels best. So okay.
Wonderful. So just going to go ahead with, this is, to me, this is a reading, but if anything comes up where we want to get more permission, we can always ask. Wow, there's so much. What a beautiful visual from your guide, Clayton.
Yeah.
Have one of you guys go first?
I was talking and I forgot that I had muted myself. I was saying that I noticed originally when I saw like a cool light blue energy filling him, and it was like to cool him, and that his energy field was kind of had been vibrating, like electricity had been going through him. But then that when I saw the coolness kind of coming over his body, it was to like cool and calm him, and that he needs to do things consistently to ground his own energy and calm himself. And I was getting messages about breathing, doing some things with his breath, and really being very consistent with grounding his energy to the earth, and not neglecting that by getting caught up in the higher energies that are around him.
Wonderful. The first thing I saw, the two main things that are going on for you, Clayton. One is the energy is external to you, and then secondly, upgrades, like a lot of upgrades at the same time. And so having some nice strong boundaries will really help you with just protecting. Like it helps filter out a lot of the noise, right? And sometimes high, and my ears are ringing really loud. Sometimes high vibration energies are not for your highest good, right? Not everything in the universe above a certain frequency is for your highest good. It's just that you might not be ready for some of the higher vibrations, and it's really, along the lines of what we're discussing, and you asked yourself, is like help with these. The second is so when you set a boundary and say, for my highest good, I only allow energies and entities with my highest good into my space, you're helping protect yourself against even higher vibrations you're not quite ready to receive yet. The other thing I saw is, and I don't know if you've ever done this, with a a sweetie, like if you have on candy, right? So imagine I don't have many props. I don't have any sweets in here for good reason. Is that what your guide showed me is this beautiful energy. So this is you, Clayton. This beautiful energy flowing down. So this is just before sleep in particular, and you're getting a lot of upgrades during sleep time. And I saw this golden swirling energy come down, and then it started to swirl gently around the outside of your body, and then tighten just below the root chakra, and then almost like twisting. So twisting at the top and bottom, just like a candy wrapper, or sweeties as we call them here. And this, and so the tightening also showed like some of the pressure that it puts and the burden it puts on your body when you're going through these ascension wave DNA upgrades. And I said, why are you showing me this sweetie wrapper? And he said, because your guide said, because Clayton's got such a sweet heart, he's such a sweet being. And it's like, oh, that's lovely.
Oh, I see.
So I also feel there's some good practices for you, and this goes for all of us. Because I asked your guide, okay, what are the things I need to remember? And your guide said, boundaries. That's going to help with the external noise.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping a nice open heart and grounding regularly. And we heard a bit about grounding earlier. Regular feet on the ground, however you can. And also, like we start these meditations, connecting your heart deep into earth. And then thirdly, just before you go to sleep at night, do tell your guides and your heart and your body, place your hand on your heart and say, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm ready for upgrades tonight. Or actually, you can also say, I'm going to need a night off. I know I've been going through a lot of intense missions and upgrades this week. And I was told, my guides, it's so rare that they'll tell me, in quotes, to do something, but they're just saying last night, it's like, Jon, you've got to get to bed early. And I'm like, why? I get to do what I want. I'm the human. And they're like, no. It's really going to help you. You've got a lot to do tonight. It's like, okay. So I was in bed by about 9 p.m. and had a good sleep. And it's like, you'll know that feeling, when you wake up in the morning and you feel like, what did I do last night? I felt like I slept an hour at best because the body has been doing a lot. And the consciousness has been doing a lot during dream time. So do ask for a night off, or if it's sustained and you really need more recovery time, ask for more time off.
Yes. Same, my God. Yeah, you certainly need to ground your energy, and boundaries go with that too when it comes to helping you cope with all these changes in your energy.
Yeah, because it's really interesting that, like, when I first tuned in his energy, I could see the electricity like coming off of his body. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, and I just love your name, Clayton. I don't know why I feel like you're a famous author.
Yeah,
you're famous now.
That's how the name.
Famous to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's?
I believe it's my turn now. Okay, thank you. Right.
Choose the next request randomly. Please say hello in the chat. Your name is called, and make sure your little red indicator next to live is live, so you're catching the very latest of the video, not just the chat.
Sandy, please let us know if you're still here. So we call it Sandy earlier, but it's a different picture, so it's a different Sandy.
Sandy.
Yeah. So yes, Sandy, please say hi. If you're here, this request is from earlier. And please remember to subscribe to Sonia's channel.
Thank you, Clayton. I'm glad that resonated.
Yeah, thank you. And Sandy is here. Thank you, Sandy.
Sandy's here. Fantastic. Yes, here.
Wonderful. And Sandy saying, hello, I'm hoping for a past life reading and healing, please. Feel like I am trying to fill in the blanks. I'm so appreciative of all you do for us. Sending lots of love. Thank you so much. Hey.
Oh, that little emoji, I thought it looked like a little waving seal. I don't think it is now, but to begin with, that's what it looked like to me. I'm just asking all the other beings we've been interacting with, just give Sonia, Viviane, and I some space as we focus on Sandy.
Mhm.
Sandy's guide is saying that there's some hidden truths from Sandy within Akashic records. It's like a hidden, it's like a locked book.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's more you guys will find, but I can go and take a look for this.
Interesting you said that because when I opened the book, one side of the page has a square cut through the pages, and there's a smaller book in that space.
Oh, wow.
But
A
small
secret within a
book,
secret.
yeah. First time I see this.
I was shown this past life. So it relates to past life, and the past life is hidden for two reasons. One is trauma, which is really common, and then the second is a superpower. There's something you're hiding in there because you don't want it to be revealed, or well, until you're ready, should I say?
Yeah, secret.
And for the 91 people here in the live stream, and plus the hundreds that join in replay, this isn't a private place, but your guide did suggest that I share with you the Hidden Witch Wound guided meditation, which you can do yourself, Sandy, and go back and find that. So you just need to set, I'll post the link in a second. You just need to set the intention before you go. Say at the start, you get to set the intention of the lifetime you want to visit. And your guide is saying, refer to that past life as your secret past life that yields healing and superpowers. So your secret past life that yields healing and superpowers.
Well, that makes a lot of sense because when I asked Archangel Metatron, I didn't see a book this time. I asked him to show me on a screen, and I saw on a screen an open field, and there was flowers, and I saw like a little child or a child kind of crouched down and hiding. And I asked twice to take me further so I could see what happened, and I can't see what happened.
Yeah, I heard in the word secret after I saw that little book inside the other book. So yes, thank you, John, for posting that.
And of course, you can also book one of us, right? So if whoever energy resonates with you, Sandy, you can also book one of us for. I have a Hidden Witch Wound service, and is this something you also offer, Sonia?
Hidden Witch Wound, no, but I usually do energy work with people, and sometimes depending on the modality I'm using, we can kind of go pretty deep, and we can go to many different places. But that makes sense what you were saying, Viviane, because the child crouching, I definitely felt like they were afraid.
Yeah.
Like they were hiding in this field.
Yeah. And I would just say that for the glimpses that I saw of that past life, it's not all bad. Right? The good news is that yes, there's some trauma, but the trauma seems to be more like right at the end of the life, and very highly protective of yourself, and that child feels really connected to the superpower that you're just holding on to until Sandy's ready to receive it. And I know that some of us, Melissa was just saying, I had an amazing one-to-one with Chloe to heal the major hidden witch wound, which is fabulous. I just say that, you know, all of us go to, well, the three of us, including Chloe, I know that we go to a lot of efforts to make sure there's no judgment. Like, you wouldn't believe what we've seen, right? And including in our own past lives. I'm certainly speaking for myself. And I always remember very early on when I started this work, doing a client session for a friend. It's a public session, so I'm okay to talk about it, but they destroyed a universe, right? And it was all for the highest good, and the source asked them to do it, but it was a huge burden. I always remember, since then, I remember thinking, doesn't matter what any client comes to me with, I will never, it's not for me to judge them. You know, we are here to judge ourselves. So yeah, please hold that in your heart, that hope that there's always a wonderful outcome possible for these past lives, especially when we connect with them with our love and non-judgment.
Yes. So yeah, thank you, Sandy.
Who's next to choose?
Your turn now.
Yay. Thank you to everyone for your requests. Lynn Trilliman, let us know if you're here.
Lynn Trilliman.
Yes.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Is that a little heart-shaped pebble?
It looks like a, yeah, it looks like a heart-shaped rose or something.
Okay. And you're saying, who's hanging around me from the other side, and do they have a message?
Okay.
Just asking everyone else to give Viviane, Sonia, and I energetic space, so we might win forwards in our guides. And any messages from those hanging around her at this time? It's funny, my mind said, what if there's no one? And it doesn't seem to be the case. There is definitely there's a few. I picked up on 2 ancestors that are close to Lynn at this time.
Yeah, I see one male figure. I got the impression he was like a father figure.
I'm getting a woman.
The male ancestor that I've connected with is saying is really fascinated by, he seems to go quite far back, and he's saying, I'm really interested about how you live and survive in modern life, like what we describe as modern life. Just like really bemused by the whole thing. It's like, how does all this work? Like electricity and, you know, the whole 3D paradigm that we're used to. And he's just saying, for his message, he's saying, oh, I'm here to help you, you know, return back to some of your ancestral roots, remembering your connection to the earth. And he's reminding me of some of my videos I've been making recently about the predicted 3 days of darkness, as it's known, although it's not really 3 days and it's not really full darkness, but that's its kind of internet label. And he's just saying, these are wonderful opportunities to reconnect. They're not fearful. They're a reminder of where we came from. He goes back. He just said to me between 500 and 600 years ago, and then he's saying, okay, I didn't live 100 years. He lived about just over 50, but he said it was a wonderful, slower pace of life, a happier life. And he didn't need electricity. Like, he hadn't really heard of it other than seeing lightning. So it's a wonderful reminder to come back to your heart, come back to the earth. And feel free to, he also said, since the other reason he's around you is you can talk to him about modern life. Imagine explaining modern life to someone from 550 years ago. And you could do this however you want, out loud, write it down, write a poem, a song, paint it, draw it, whatever you choose.
I got the woman's energy. I saw a woman and I heard great grandmother, and she showed me herself, and then she showed me herself holding Lynn when Lynn was a little baby, and I heard watching over you, and then she placed you in a crib after holding you for a while, and just waiting to see if there's anything else that she'd like to share.
Yeah, the person I saw was, I think, more closer to Lynn's timeline, someone from a more modern age, maybe a father or grandfather figure, and they may have crossed over when they were around 76. I don't know if I asked their name. I received Patrick, and I kept on hearing, "Love is helpful. Love is helpful." Just trying to get clear if this is a message for Lynn, as far as like her own self-love or towards others.
In the meantime, I want to share one more thing that I saw after the great grandmother placed Lynn in the crib. She removed a necklace that she was wearing and placed it on top of on the baby's chest.
So for me, he keeps on saying love is helpful, love is helpful. So I'm asking, so that's all that he keeps saying. So I think, and what I'm getting from him is he'd like you to allow more love into your life. And like let it expand your heart, and that you'll grow through allowing more love into your life. And this seemed like a more timely figure, someone that's closer to the modern age.
Oh, that's beautiful. It reminds me of a friend said to me today, John, you can always ask me for help. And I was like, it's like, I ask for help. I was like, oh, yes, so I should. And the point of opening up to receive more love when, we're not always used to it, right? We're not always used to people extending their love. And
Yes.
it's very easy to close up and reject it. We seem to be taught to be lone wolves more than we are cohesive, loving, unified humans. And I'm definitely on that journey. It definitely resonates with me too. Thank you.
That does make sense. I was like, why do you keep on saying that? Like, but also I started wondering, since this is like wasn't a guy, but it was actually like a person who's transitioned. Sometimes they can't say as much because they're not used to being in that vibration. So like that's all he kept on saying. Not to minimize it, but I couldn't get it.
Ellen says yes, receiving fabulous. Great.
Wonderful. It's my turn. Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Okay. I'm going to select our next request. Oh, Celtic's here, and it looks like you're here. This comment is recent. But please say hi in the chat. Celtic's here if you're still here.
Yeah, I think we saw you chatting. I still don't know. I should Google it or something. Why in Scotland we called a football club or soccer club that's spelled exactly the same Celtic, and yet we would describe the Scots as Celts. So it's like it's exactly the same word.
I
And
know.
there's-
Yeah. Celtic's here. Celtic's here. I don't know. There's Celtic's here.
if someone said to me Celtic's here, it's like, oh, how's the football team going?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let us know, Celtic Seer, if you're here.
What was the native language in Scotland called, Jon?
Well, it was Gaelic before. I mean, it's been a few different things.
Okay.
I guess if you go right back to the Picts, none of it was written down, and there's very few stone carvings, so no one's really sure, which is funny. And only very recent, last few years, they found quite advanced evidence of civilization from the Picts, which were in like hill forts and coexistence around the time of the Romans. It's like, wow, and no one realized because they didn't write anything down.
I was just asking because I know the Irish, they were trying to, their language was called Gaelic, and that they were trying to put Gaelic back in the schools and things like that.
Oh, brilliant! And yeah, in some of the areas of Scotland, they have Gaelic on the signs, on like road signs, etc. In Wales, they're really big on it there. And when we drove there, we were saying to my son, you know, when you go into a shop in Wales, you'll have to speak in Welsh. And we're pretending to speak Welsh to him. It's like, you don't really need to, but it's lovely that they promote their native tongues. So just asking Celtic Seer, if you're here, let us know. Celtic Seer, we'll give you another minute. And hello to anyone that's work lurking, or what are the terms we came up with?
Yeah.
Chores lurking.
Yeah. I don't think she's
lurking. Bueller.
Melissa Harperson Bueller.
I think,
Bueller.
yeah.
And what is the response that someone says in the class? Is it something like, "Oh, his sister says that he's ill," or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
She goes through a whole list of like the 5 people she heard it from. That's he's dying at home.
That's right. Yeah.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorites.
Mine too. I love it.
Me too. I think that's how I felt on my last day at Amazon.
Yeah.
Except I didn't trash a car. I did sell a car. I'm sure I got my kids to watch it, and neither of them liked it. And I was like,
Wow, yes,
I find it difficult to parent you now.
Yeah.
No, there's lots of others they like. Well,
I'm going to select another one.
nothing from Celtic Seer.
Shine Truth. Please say hi in the chat if you're here. Shine Truth.
Shine Truth, are you here? Shining Truth. And yes.
Yeah, you're here. Thank you.
Bath larking. Don't drop your phone or tablet or other device. Okay, Shine Truth is saying, if possible, please, any help with highest timeline gifts, please. Thank you so much. Char. That sound is so perfect. My message is quite short. So this is from your guide showing me Shine Truth, or is it Shar? So across the top of your crown chakra is this lovely, your guide showing me this lovely, like speckling, little sparkling energy. And this is you receiving energy directly into your crown chakra. And your guide says, at the moment, you're pushing quite a lot in your life, and you're closed to this really delicate, graceful energy, and it is this very magical, fairy-like energy. It's almost like closing yourself off to some of the more subtle frequencies of magic, with a C and a K. And so your guide says simply to like stop pushing so hard full on and take moments each day to find more time and space to receive. And I saw in particular, like, time in nature is really lovely to receive and perceive more broadly. So just as you walk into woods, or if you're in any kind of natural environment, just as you enter it, just say to yourself, okay, say to your heart, I'm opening up to receive the magic of this experience today, and allow your mind to relax. It's like without expectation. If you ever watched, like if you watched my video yesterday of me doing psychic tree talk, a little Elvian being ran past me, and I was like, in that moment, my mind was like, what was that? How tall was it? What will I say it was? What was it doing? Which direction did it go? What will I tell the people? What do I tell them? And instead, I was just like, I just kind of described the evidence as it was presented to me. I just said, there was a being, the energy felt quite Elvian. It seemed to be heading off that way. And then I stopped and just received a bit more and just allowed it to happen without trying to overthink it or label it. I didn't, no idea if I knew the entity or really how tall it was or what it was doing, just allowed the experience to come to me. And it's very subtle, right? It's so easily missed, and it's so easily ignored as, we gaslight ourselves, right, by saying, oh, it's my imagination. Well, guess what? That's also the place where this energy is received into your imagination. It literally comes into you through this, what we often perceive as the same area of us creating. It's where you also receive.
Wonderful. I saw when I tuned into her energy, my back felt I felt like a cool energy, and I saw fairies around her, and a few were around her back, and then there was one really close to her shoulder. And I thought, just that, surrounded by elemental energy.
When I tuned into her energy initially, I felt like a slight sense of anxiety and like a constriction in the throat, and then I saw like her like writing in a journal, and so what I received was that she needs to do more with her creative expression, and using her voice more. And I asked, like, when you say using her voice more, what do you mean? And then I saw her writing songs, and that like if she like maybe she has a lot of ideas in her head, if she begins to put them down, she'll feel more connected and begin to like release the fear of this form of creative expression, like with writing songs, and then potentially, I guess, maybe singing, or at least to her, to maybe not even publicly, but just like I got the sense it was about allowing, like giving herself permission to express herself, like within herself. And that was the constriction. I felt like she's holding herself back from even giving herself permission to express herself.
Wonderful. I'll just catch up with Shine Truth's comments. So you're just saying, this was, for my part, was makes so much sense, lol, funny. I did that a while ago. I saw a huge apparition. I thought I was crazy. Haven't been back since. And then as you were talking, Sonia, OMG, my back and roots, it's been really funny lately. I thought it was blocked. And yes, a witch wound was just done, and I was bound face, mouth, etc. Well, I hope this helps you.
Yeah, she says, Chloe says it was my voice that was healed out. Yeah, because I definitely felt like there was some constriction in the voice.
Yeah.
About giving yourself permission to express yourself.
And if you ever wonder, one of the reasons I enjoy creating so much music is because I can express through my throat chakra more in 3 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes than I can talk it in an hour. Like I feel like I'm talking in like the world's longest story. And if I sing it, when I first started doing client sessions, I always had a song in it because it was so much easier to channel. And we all have different ways of expressing, but when you find that expression path, it can a really beautiful way, because it can be a really beautiful superpower to express in such with such brevity. So yeah, kind of makes grammatical sense. Shine Truth says, yes, thank you so much. So grateful. I love your music. It's just so healing and helpful. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
And plus, sound is the most powerful thing in the universe. And so just the actual singing of the notes and things like that definitely helps to like raise our own vibration within our own bodies.
Yay, the sound of love.
Yes.
That makes so much sense, Sonia, because when my first soul origin remembrances are being a really quite giant dragon angel, and I would sing as I flew through the universe these tones, and these high-pitched tones would be used to connect with a matching nebula, where I'd go in and help, a bit like a galactic midwife. I'd go and help with the birthing of stars and planets. Okay. Is it my turn since you've gone quiet, Viviane?
Yes.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Shannon Bond, let us know if you're here. Shannon Bond, are you here? Yes.
Wonderful.
Great. Shannon says, big love to you all. Sorry, big love, you all. I would love a clearing and healing and any guidance from my soul family. Great. Would anyone like to do the guidance part, the reading part? Or I'll do it.
Okay. I could do the guidance part.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So just asking all the beings to give Viviane, Sonia, and I space. Shannon, your guides, your soul family to components. I'm just being guided to help push out from the heart back upwards, so it's out of the toroidal field of the heart through the kind of the top, like the north pole of the toroidal field. This is like darker energy trying to make its way into Shannon's heart. So I'm just helping push this back out of your aura. You don't need to accept what doesn't serve your highest good.
When I tuned into Shannon's energy initially, and just at the beginning, I saw a guide come forward in like a beautiful attire gown. It's very pretty, very elaborate. But before I even saw the guide, it was a female guide, I heard "Heal Thyself," and then when the guide came forward in her I would say it's elaborate, but it's very beautiful. I heard heal thyself and speak your truth.
I saw angel wings behind Shannon. I still see.
And it's again about permission. And what your guide is saying is give yourself permission to speak your truth and tell your story. And she's saying you no longer have to censor yourself. You're safe now.
Yeah, I felt there was this, and Shannon saying, thank you, Sonia. It's so lovely. There was this, as I first connected with you, Shannon, it's like your heart was saying you're saying to yourself, it is inevitable that I will take on this burden of this negative energy from others. And yet it felt, well, then that feels horrible. It's like, no, you don't need to. Like, you just don't need to. You don't need to take on this burden. It doesn't need to be yours.
Yeah, that resonates with what I saw as well, because I felt like she may be having like maybe a lingering sense of not feeling safe that may be coming from another lifetime, but in her life as Shannon, that she's safer now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even so, when you were an angel, I mean, you are still an angel, Shannon, but when you were an angel in higher vibrations, you couldn't access lower vibrations. So you couldn't be down here being subject to low vibrations. And there's this feeling of, oh, well, I've done it in the past. At higher vibrations, I can take on the energy of others. And it's like, no, it's not safe to do it here. You would take on harmful energy if you took on the burdens of others. So you can still very much love and support others, and yet just having those strong boundaries, like I posted that boundaries video a few times in the chat today, will really just help you say, you know what, if I really want to help myself and love myself as an act of self-love, I have strong boundaries and I act upon them. I also reject anything that don't meet my personal criteria of my own boundaries. And often it's a beautiful act of love. You know, I've had a couple of tests of my boundaries today, and it's also an act of love to others, right? They do actually want to know. It was funny because I had a friend saying to me, could you just tell me if I ever touch your boundaries? And I just said, you will know. Like, I will let you know. And I promise I'll always let you know. How about you, Viviane?
I was continue to see large angel wings behind Shannon, and they're not attached to the body; they're just floating there behind them. So, sure, yeah. That's all I got for Shannon.
Wonderful. Well, we're at time.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy to lose track of any kind of reality, to be honest, after doing a couple of hours of live streams. And Sonia, lots of lovely comments about you and in support of your work. And it's been so lovely to do a first live stream together with you.
Yeah.
Um,
how can people best reach out to you?
They can reach out to me through my website, fullcircletherapyservices.com. There's a contact me link there if someone wants to reach out to me.
Fantastic. And I've just been pasting those links into the chat. They're also in the description of the video. Mm-hmm. If you're watching this within the first 24 hours or so of it being posted, it does take about 24 hours for the live chat to turn up. So please do take a look. And thank you so much, everyone. I will bring our session to an end. Thank you so much, Cass, Cassandra Unfiltered, Cass Michelle. Thank you for your donation. So let's take a moment to thank all beings that participated today, thanking our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source and Gaia, and any other being that the three of us have invited in by name today, and asking us all to remain in our safe spaces for as long as we choose, and you can step outside of the shared session space as I close it down and close the Akashic Records, close the Akashic Records, close the Akashic Records, and return to Source. We'll never return here again. Please do get plenty of rest and drink as much water as it feels right for you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Sonia, for joining us.
Thank you. It was beautiful. I really appreciate joining you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Sending so much love. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.